ECLOF Kenya is Microfinance, which is in the middle tier. It started long time ago, I can say, and in the beginning they started like a loan program that was giving loans to churches and the member churches in parachurch organization. Then it progressed, and in 1994 it was incorporated like a company limited by guarantee. And what it was doing at that point, it was just being positioned in a way that it can serve the customers in a more effective manner, and we could also broaden its customer base and also be able to have partners that can collaborate with to be able to serve its target market effectively, and also to be able to get access on facilities or financial facilities to be able to add into its working capital to be able to serve the customers. In 2019, it also restructured again to become a company limited by shares. And still, it was what it was trying to do. It was to position itself to be able to serve its target market more effectively, and it could also be able to attract a pool of partners to be able to work with. And again, it was also positioning itself so that it could be able to access equity capital, because previously it was already only dealing with debt funds. Of course, as a company limited by guarantee, it couldn't be able to attract equity capital. So it was positioning itself in 2019 so that it can be able to attract equity capital. So the target market for ECLOF Kenya Ltd is the low-income earners. We could say the economically active poor, both in the rural areas and the urban areas. And predominantly it works in group methodology. And why it works in group methodology is because of what I have just said. Because it deals with the low-income earners, and because most of the low-income earners do not have collateral to be able to secure their loans. And in group methodology, they come together so that they can be able to co-guarantee loans, as well as being able to be effective in serving them and minimize risk, so that you can serve many people at a go, because the average loan sizes are very small. Right now, the company is serving in excess of 60,000 customers, and all scattered in both rural and urban, and the composition of the clientele is 60% rural and 40% urban. It is our approach to be able to have the proportion of the clientele, large proportion of the clientele is in the rural area. So when the portfolio composition is and where it is studying at this point is 26% is agriculture. Then 10% is other social products, and the remaining portion is in the general business. What we have incorporated in the target in our strategic plan as far as the portfolio composition is that at any given time we should not go below 25% of agriculture and 10% of the other social products. Right now, the organization is being served by employees in excess of 300 with the 6 departments being headed by the departmental managers. And we also divide our work into areas or regions so that we can, for effective supervision and monitoring. Right now we have 9 regions. The social products are those ones which support the business, and that which enables the customer not to be able to use the working capital of their business. And some of the social products is the school fees, school fees loans. We also have home improvement loans. Somebody want to purchase a home improvement product. Instead of having to use their working capital, we have been able to structure loan product for that. Other is like what we call the wash, water, sanitation and hygiene, enabling the customer to be able to correct the rainwater. We enable them to buy water tank. We also enable them to sink shallow wells so that they can be able to have water for irrigation of their farms as well as for the home use and for their livestock. Hygiene, we also help them to construct toilets, decent toilets, especially in the rural areas, and bathroom as well. And some of the people who don't have the iron sheets, so that they can be able to collect water, we also enable them to be able to put the iron sheets. We collaborate with institutions so that they can buy purites for clean drinking water, so that they can be able to use those purites to purify their waters for drinking and for home use. And also microhealth insurance is also a social product, microhealth insurance, and also the green energy. According to us, is microhealth insurance. You can buy a saving GCO. They can buy solar panels to install biogases. For them that are doing livestock, they use the cow dung to be able to produce biogases. Still social product. Being in the microfinance for quite some time, for many years to be precise, I think that is the among the most effective way of serving the low-income earners. I'm not saying it is the only one, but among the most effective of serving the low-income earners. If you want to include them into the financial system, they don't have collateral or security to secure their loans. Even when they could be pledging like security, they pledge the loan, the household items like TVs. Others are talking about their furnitures. Those furnitures or the household goods they are also prone to wear and tear. At the same time, they are never taken from their homes that you put them somewhere because you've used them as security. They still use items they have pledged as securities. The group methodology is used for guaranteeing. The second thing, for keeping check on one another, because the group they're self-selecting. As institutions, you can't impose some members in those groups. They are self-selecting. They know that every person has an income-generating activity. They know their homes. They even, together with the officers of institutions, they walk to the homes of those people to see the items they are pledging as collateral. And at the same time, it's an easy way of serving them. You can serve many people at a go. An officer can serve many at a go, because it's very risky to serve, to do business with the kind of category of the customers I'm talking about. So you would want to serve many years at a go. So that also minimize cost, because even the loan size, the average loan size is very small. At the same time, use this forum to be able to facilitate non-financial services. Like there is a lot of training that takes place in amongst the customers that are served in microfinance institutions which are non-deposit taking, so that you position those customers in a way that they can be able to borrow loans and also be able to repay the loans. At the same time, you also help them to be able to manage their income-generating activities, because some of them are lacking in the management of their income-generating activities. At the same time, the ability to make a decision whether to borrow or not to borrow, whether to expand the income-generating activities or not, and even the kind of income-generating activities they are engaged in. There are some when they go through those interventions, the trainings, the information sharing, they even decide that they want to, they get to understand their areas of strength is different from what they engaged in, and they start doing other things which are according to their areas of strength. Most of the institutions which are non-deposit taking, they also have a individual loan product, because the customers which are in group, they also continue growing their income generating activities, and at some level the income generating activities will need bigger loans than the ones that they maybe have started to borrow, and they graduate to start borrowing loans at individual level. And at the same time, they have also built their collateral base. They could have purchased a piece of land, so they have solid security. They may also have done other things, maybe have bought shares in organizations, companies, so they can use the stock and those shares to be able to secure their loans. They may also have bought bigger machines if they are dealing with machines, so those machines can be used as security. So what I'm saying is that yes, as they continue building their income generating activities, they also can be able to qualify to borrow as individuals.